this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. A man from just south of here in McDonough, it's Antonio Gibson.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27,
Heineke. That one caught. It's the rookie De'Ami Brown.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
And now it's a bootleg with Heineke. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
What? Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw a little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Very good as a rookie. Terry McLaurin was even better in 2020. 87 catches for over 1,100 yards. He is definitely wide receiver 1 for the Washington football team.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9,
Heineke.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And that will be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Avery Williams deep for Atlanta.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 17, Ryan. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
The Falcons send out their punter. DeAndre Carter back deep. There's a nice move. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. As Washington rolls back out here on offense, Charles, let's look back and look ahead for the Washington football team. Remember, 2020, the NFC East was a mess. Washington ended up winning that division with a 7-9 record. Put a decent scare into the Bucs in the wild card round, but obviously Tampa went on to win that game. Do you see Washington as the NFC East favorites in 2021?
I absolutely do. And, the head coach, Ron Rivera, knows how to win. They added Ryan Fitzpatrick for stability at the quarterback position. Antonio Gibson makes a big leap at running back. I think he's a 1,000-yard rusher if he stays healthy. I love Terry McLaurin out wide. And they added Curtis Samuels, who played with him at Ohio State. I like what they've done there, but that defense is the key. Best defensive front in the NFC East, maybe in all of football. And they had the defensive rookie of the year last year in Chase Young. And in week 1 against the Chargers, he chases the offensive rookie of the year in quarterback Justin Herbert.
And Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Here's a give to Gibson.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Off the play fake, Heineke.
And that is incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
So a fake punt, and look, this would seem to be the area of the field to take the chance, but ultimately unsuccessful.
Yeah, and if you're going to take the chance, I think you're better off leaving your offense on the field because in this situation, most teams are coached to leave their defense on the field. They see where they are out there and realize even if they punt the ball, it's not going to go very far or it's going to go into the end zone. So they leave their defense out there, play for the fake, and in this case, they were right.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds.
So it's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives, and it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes Washington's offense to take over.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Heineke. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, Charles, we got a second here. Let's talk about rookies this year in 2021 and who really sticks out. And on the offensive side, everyone always looks at quarterbacks, but Trevor Lawrence and Mac Jones probably the headliners.
Yeah, rightly so. Zach Wilson will go in there as well because all 3 will have the ball from game 1. Najee Harris is a runner with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase's receivers with Philadelphia and Cincinnati. I'm going with Mac Jones because I think he's going to get his team to the playoffs after a year's absence. And he was kind of the unlikely guy to be the starter right out of the gate. And he's getting the ball right from the beginning.
All right, so you've got him as your offensive rookie of the year. How about the defensive side?
Well, I love Micah Parsons with Dallas as a linebacker. He's been a starter since the moment they drafted him. How about J.C. Horn and Pat Surtain as cornerbacks? Greg Rousseau is a pass rusher with the Buffalo Bills. And that's where I'm going with my defensive rookie of the year. Greg Rousseau, double-digit sacks as a rookie, powers the Bills back to another big playoff appearance.
Here's Tressway now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. A little juke. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Getting another look on offense at the Atlanta Falcons. And it's a new-look Falcons in 2021 as far as the GM and head coach new in those positions. Charles, you remember last year, Dan Quinn got axed after an 0-5 start. They sputtered to a 4-12 season, although they did show signs of life there at the end. But what do you expect from Atlanta this year?
Well, they chose to stay stable with Matt Ryan at quarterback rather than drafting one. I love the tight end.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
Chase Young.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Ryan going to give this to Davis.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Still 9 remaining on second down. To throw is Heineke. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now Heineke. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Complete to Zacchaeus. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up third and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing first and goal, looking to regroup.
First and goal from the 3. Again, Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be second and goal. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Now it's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Mike Davis there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
First down, Heineke. Pressure gets there on Heineke, and down he goes.
Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
And this offensive line, as we all remember, allowed 50 sacks last year, tied for the second most in the NFL. They vowed new techniques, a few new players, but so far, not quite getting it done.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front.
As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We got an excellent first half from the former MVP, Matt Ryan. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from that first half for Washington. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first two quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On first down, Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, let's get back to taking a tour around our preseason predictions. Charles, I need your nod for most valuable player.
Well, how about Derrick Henry? Imagine if he gets back to 2,000 yards. It'd be the first time in NFL history that a runner goes back-to-back seasons with 2,000. And don't forget, he gets a 17th game this year. That could easily happen. How about Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady?
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Gibson again.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On first down, Gibson. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd and 6. A give running right, Gibson.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta.
It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
And they'll try to throw now. Heineke. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense,
Do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Heineke now looking to throw on first down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
13 yards there and a Washington first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Now Heineke.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back, but boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Heineke.
Got a man. It's Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Heineke now.
And this is going to be incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Now it's Patterson.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Davis. That catch good for only a couple. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Play action. Ryan. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Coup for the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Heineke now in the Washington offense. Down by 11, 2:12 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Heineke on first down.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down. Heineke. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
On 1st and 10, Heineke. And that's complete to Brown.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A first down throw for Heineke.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Thomas the intended target, but it'll be second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Heineke to throw it.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
On third down, Heineke.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And here now come the Falcons. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On first down, Patterson.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Second and 7.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.